Interesting. How the tables have turntabled. President Trump goes off on windmills and confirms he's blocking all permits to build them. Amen, brother. They're a waste of time. They're absolutely unnecessary. They don't do enough to do any kind of dent in the energy.
The first new privately funded advanced reactors to turn on the United States in over 4 decades, and making sure
let's go, bro. Let's go.
Designs were safe to build and test so quickly was a challenge that required
nuclear power, baby.
Historic partnership between these innovative companies and our administration. We have brilliant nuclear people. We have a lot of brilliant people, but we have brilliant nuclear
Remember,
people.
Canada only supplies 35%
6 years or more
of our nuclear
to approve a reactor design. If they were ever,
and no, they have not cut off.
Didn't get approved, and maybe rightfully so.
Making and
but now America is building again. America is dreaming again, and we're leading the world and pioneering the next generation of nuclear power. There's nobody even close. We've taken a lead over the last 2 years that has been.
They realize that this is not going to hurt the oil company because you're going to need that still. Like supply and demand, okay? You got AI and you have these data centers going up in mass quantities. You have electric vehicles that are becoming more and more reliable. You need this infrastructure. You need nuclear power along with gas, along with oil. It's not going to hurt them to share in that because it's going to make everything so much more affordable for people. You're gonna have people buying more gas. You're gonna have people buying more houses because they can afford to pay the utility bills after they buy a house. Like, it's gonna make property taxes come down. This is going to be very good for the United States, and we need to do a lot more of it. I would love to have a nuclear power plant in every state. More like the bigger the state has, like if you need 2 nuclear power plants for that, do it. That's awesome. that's I don't know if someone's making fun of him, but that's kind of a sick video or picture. I love it. This is exactly what I think, and I 100% believe that the oil companies need to just stop being so effing greedy, dude. It's not like you're gonna lose all your money, dude. You might make a little bit less. Oh no. You know, what the hell, bro? Just stop. Damn. Seriously. Stop. If you're not for the United States and you want to do business in the United States, then you shut your mouth, get the money that you want, that you can, and stop trying to make it so damn hard for everybody else to get a leg up. That's absolutely insane. That's crazy and they spend so much money to do this because they're just afraid of losing just a little bit of money to a different competitor like nuclear power. Isn't that? That's just like, that should be illegal. I believe it is, right? In monopoly, that's illegal. Like, you should definitely be charged with something. Like, fining them's obviously not working. They're making way too much money on these lawsuits or these lobbying. They're making so much more money than they're getting sued or, fined for. And that doesn't help anybody. Like, I had never seen one of these companies get sued for so much money and then it helps somebody. Like I said, data infrastructures, AI, is going to increase this demand. And if the oil companies can't keep up, sorry, buddy. Like, be happy with what you got and let someone else in, or it's going to be bad for you. Take this task on. Trump deserves the credit as well as his administration for moving at lightning speed. I agree with that. I don't think I would have expected. I did not expect nuclear power plants to be a thing in the United States for at least another 3 or 4 years. Small modular nuclear reactor. This is the future. Dang, modular? That means you can go places. It can be switched out. Modular? That's so cool. I agree. I was gonna say, if an aircraft carrier has a nuclear power, reactor on it, I don't think that we need to make a massive nuclear power plant to have nuclear power. I mean, I guess you do have the whole ocean to cool the nuclear reactor.
Farmland,
and they also are dangerous AF. They are killing birds straight out of the sky. And people building them.
I can speak for Doug, and then I'm going to let Doug speak because he knows the subject. I really do know that subject well. We have not approved anything having to do with windmills. They are horrible.
Yep.
They are unsightly.
Yep.
They ruin housing values of people. If you're looking at a windmill or hearing a windmill because they're noisy, they kill all the birds. They kill all the eagles. If you shoot an eagle, you go to jail for 2 years. If you kill an eagle with a windmill, you don't go to jail, and they have hundreds of them laying on the ground. It's terrible.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's insane.
And they're all made in China, but China has very few windmills. They're made in China, but China doesn't use them for the most part. China actually uses coal, oil and gas. They use nuclear, by the way. They're getting very big in nuclear, I want to tell you, this little group. But they don't use wind. Wind is inconsistent. It's unattractive. It's very expensive. It's probably the most expensive form of energy. So I've been talking about it. We essentially, unless there's a trick reason, we will have hopefully no wind farms approved. We're doing more than anybody ever in history having to do with energy. But I've restricted wind farms, windmills. Take a look at Palm Springs, California, where they have a wind farm. As you enter beautiful Palm Springs, California, it looks like a junkyard. You have old ones, rotted ones, they're falling down all over the place. They don't want to bury it because they say the fiber that the blades are made out of should not go in the ground because it's going to poison the ground. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but if it's not going to go in the ground, what do you do with it? Put it up in the air?
All right, let's see.
Last year, I signed 4 historic executive orders to reignite a wave of progress in America's nuclear power production and promote this abundant, affordable, unlimited supply of energy for the American people.
That would be hilarious.
As part of this effort, I directed Secretary of Energy Chris Wright to establish a pilot program for advanced reactors and see at least 3 cutting-edge reactors started up safely by the 4th of July. And what we've done has been pretty much of a miracle. Most believe the goal was impossible, but I'm
Where are they at?
to say that 4 companies succeeded in meeting that deadline, for the greatest in the world at this subject. So these are the first new...
Where are the new nuclear power plants at?
Turn on the
Does anybody know?
United States in over 4 decades, and making sure that these groundbreaking designs were safe to build and test so quickly was a challenge that required a historic partnership between these innovative companies and our administration. We have brilliant nuclear people. We have a lot of brilliant people, but we have brilliant nuclear people on our staff. In the past, it often took 6
greatest
years
nuclear power plants in the world.
Design.
You heard it.
Ever approved at all. Most of them didn't get.
Where are the new nuclear power plants at?
But now America is building again. America is dreaming again.
And are there any plans to put some in Ohio?